What's going on, everybody? It is Sparks Comics here, back to talk to you guys about this week's top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. We got a lot of picks this week, but keeping it in that top 10, we still got some really good books. A couple didn't make it into the top 10, but it's a good indie week, as always. So this New Comic Book Day, October 26th. Get ready for these books. My number 10 pick from Boom Studios, from Simon Spurrier and Charlie Adlard. We have Damn Them All, issue number 1 of 6. New series here. In this new dark supernatural thriller for fans of We Have Demons and Something is Killing the Children, meet Ellie, Bloody L. Hawthorne, occultist for hire. Following the death of Ellie's uncle, an infamous magician and occult detective, 72 devils of the Ars Goetia are mysteriously freed from their infernal realm. It's now up to Ellie to track down each of these exiled demons and damn them right back to hell by any means necessary, holy water, conjuration, or just her trusty, rusty claw hammer. Legendary The Walking Dead artist Charlie Adlard teams up with step-by-step scribe Simon Spurrier to introduce your favorite new occult antihero since John Constantine. That is big shoes to fill, very big comparisons that they are making here. So hopefully it holds up to that. The story premise seems really cool. I did not add this to my pull list, that's why I put it at number 10. But I may pick up issue 1 and then go trade read this later. It's just one of those ones that didn't make it to my pull list just because of keeping the pull list a little bit smaller going forward. So number 9 this week, we got House of Slaughter, issue number 10 from James Tynion, Sam Johns, Werther de Ladera, and Letizia Cardanici. After journeying through a watery hell, Edwin finally returns home to the House of Slaughter, but his problems might just be beginning. New horrors loom in the next chapter of the epic adventure from the world of Something is Killing the Children. I really love this chapter, the Scarlet storyline following Edwin. It's been a blast learning about a new part of the house, and then specifically this character. He's very unique. He's got a lot going on, and his monster, his specific icon seems to be a little bit different from some of the others. So I think this has been a cool chapter into the world of House of Slaughter. Something's Killing the Children. I wonder what they're going to do next. I don't know if they're going to stick with Edwin. Maybe we're going to get a little bit more Edwin story, or we're going to go to a different part of the house. Who knows? I'm here to see what goes on next. My number 8 pick this week from Image Comics, we're going with one from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. That is Vanish number 2. Meet Deacon Dust, master illusionist, and Oliver Harrison's close childhood friend. Why is this arrogant charmer coming into focus, and what does the superhero team, the Prestige, have to do with it all? Oliver's past continues to come back and haunt him as the latest chapter of Vanish unfolds. This one, I was like, this could be good, this could be bad. It's Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman. I love when they team up, but some stories don't go as you think they're gonna go, or don't go as well as you think they're gonna go, at least. And I felt like, the last half of Venom kind of started falling flat for me. But I've loved everything Donny Cates has done with his indie books. God Country is just a beautiful story. And so I wanted to give this a shot. And absolutely, number 1 blew me away. I'm ready to stay on Vanish. At least see that first arc, see how that comes out. It's really cool twist on that kind of superhero slash chosen one prophecy kind of stuff, and the bad versus good, and how that can play out and how that can look. That's all. I got all that from issue number 1, so who knows what else they could do with this story. Vanish number 2, the number 8 pick this week. Number 7 going to Flawed, issue number 2 from Chuck Brown and Prenzy. Another one that took me away with that issue number 1. I added this one. I thought, based on Chuck Brown and Prenzy's both of them working together before, and Chuck Brown's history, With Bitter Root, I knew we probably have a really cool story on our hands, and it delivered. I think they said Frasier meets the Punisher, and I think that worked. After torturing and publicly displaying the monstrous and seemingly immortal serial killer known only as the Skinwalker, Jem finds herself a target of Setham's nefarious elite. Among them is the twisted Mr. Higgs, who doesn't appreciate Jem, jeopardizing the youth and riches the Skinwalker's immortal blood provides him. Now Jem faces overwhelming odds in a conflict that will force her to question her unconventional methods and confront the looming traumas of her past. Number 7 on the list. Going down, we've got number 6 going to Vault Comics for Barbaric Axe to Grind. Number 3. I believe this is the finale of the second arc. Yes. Michael Moresi and Nathan Gooden doing this one. That ugly orc, Gladius, and his evil witch, Doxin, picked a fight with the wrong, cursed barbarian. Revenge is a dish best served righteously. An axe has spoken his judgment. Owen is in a murderous rage. Steel has his edge back, and Soren's magic runs deeper than anyone suspects. But none of that means they're going to make it out alive. In the finale of the second arc of the most bloodthirsty comic of all time, Barbaric. I love this. I love Axe. Axe is one of the best characters I've seen created in a little while. So much fun. And the way Owen interacts with Axe. And I also, the powers that Soren has are just fantastic. So please pick up Barbaric if you haven't already. It is fantastic read. There is a volume 1 already out. There was a one-shot in between the arcs, and now we got volume 2 coming to an end here. My number 5 pick's also going to something from Vault Comics, and that is the Nightfall double feature, number 1, with D.B. Andre, Tim Daniel, Daniel Kraus, Chris Sheehan on this one. Also Man House on art and cover art here. 64-page double feature. Grab your popcorn and clamber into your sleeping bag for 2 tales of terror from the creative teams of The Autumnal, The Plot, and Resident. The cemeterians, after human bones begin growing inside inanimate objects all across the globe, a renegade scientist and brilliant theologian delve into the cemeteries where the bones originated, discovering an otherworldly force tired of being buried in darkness. And Denizen, a family's cross-country road trip, goes off the map and into the unforgiving wilds of Joshua Tree National Park, when mom and wife-to-be Helene succumbs to a malevolent force tucked inside an abandoned camping trailer. Both stories sound awesome. We got such cool creative teams on this double feature, and I like this format. It really worked with Cullen Bunn's story going from Dark Horse with the 2 stories, the flip book style. I don't know if this is flip book or just one after the other. I guess we'll see when it releases this week. Number 4 this week is an issue number 4, and that is for Space Lady from Ashley Warwick. Halloween special. Space Lady continues the journey of using her incredible armor technology, qualified immunity, and paycheck to get super, super high. Now she's got her hands full with all the evils of Halloween. Even space has a spooky season. I think last time I looked, this was the last issue, at least for now. But let me do another check as I'm thinking about it. Could be the last issue, might be more. It seems like this could just be continuing ongoing stories. It is the only one still solicited right now, so it might wrap up the first volume here. I'd love to see more Space Lady in the future, though. That one coming from Sumerian Comics. Speaking of Sumerian Comics, we've got another one here. Number 3 pick this week is Sarah Lone, number 1, from Eric Arnault and David Marancho. A young woman with a rough past finds herself caught in a destructive spiral after the brutal murder of her father, the owner of a modest shrimp fishery. Leaving the hot nights in New Orleans, she returns to the countryside to take over the business on her own, despite the ambient hostility around her. She is arrested during her trip back home. A murder was committed in the strip club where she worked, and everything seems to point to her. Pursued by mafia killers, She passes from police handcuffs to the hands of the Secret Service. Just who is Joy Caruthers? Stage name, Sarah Lone. Sounds like a good mystery tale here. And set in New Orleans, like a good tale set in New Orleans. So, Sarah Lone, number 1, the number 3 pick. Number 2 this week, Crash and Troy, number 3 of 4 from Jared Lujan and Kyler Clodfelter from Wave Blue World Publishing. Absolutely a fantastic sci-fi romp with lots of comedy and action. Crash and Troy infiltrate Wexia 2 in order to recapture Jungle and locate their weapons of supermassive destruction. But first, they'll have to get through Jangun, the dictator's beefy son. Crash goes toe-to-toe with the giant while Troy and Delphi attempt to neutralize the black hole manipulator before it can destroy Wexia 1. Just their dynamic of character creation here is phenomenal. I love both Crash and Troy, and it's so much fun to read this. Please go check this one out. Pick it up from your local shop. And last but not least, number 1 this week, coming from SourcePoint Press, from writer Jonathan Hedrick and artist Stefano Cartelli, Caffeinated Hearts, one shot, just a fantastic story. I got this from a Kickstarter before picking it up for the new Stefano Cartelli cover that is on this, and it is steampunk coffee shop, essentially, is a good way to just overall describe it. Follow a beautifully tattooed barista named Amarella across 4 vignettes that are blended through this slice of life comic book set in a coffee shop with a cyberpunk backdrop. These robust tales will warm your heart like a fresh batch of Java poured into your favorite morning mug. Step inside, and enjoy. Caffeinated Hearts, my number 1 pick. I am excited to see this out in print again, out there in the world for more people to read. It is a heartwarming story. So check it out. And that is my top 10 picks this week. I hope you check some of these out. Let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to this week. And as always, collect what you love. See you next time.